on to your rally caps because what just dropped in the last 48 hours isn't just off-season noise. It's a seismic shift that's got the entire MLB world whispering about conspiracy, front office brilliance, and a dynasty on the brink of something legendary. Picture this. The Dodgers, fresh off a World Series hangover, aren't sipping margaritas and letting the Yankees or Padres steal the spotlight. No. They're out here making moves that scream, "We're not done yet." And trust me, if you're a fan, this is either the spark of a three-peat or the kind of chaos that could blow up in their faces. But let's break this down step by step because the drama is just getting started. Hit that like button if you're ready to dive into the madness, and subscribe for every rumor bomb we drop. We're talking front office intrigue, fan fury, and decisions that could redefine baseball. Is this genius or a gamble? Stick around, you're about to find out. Alright, let's set the scene, folks, because this offseason isn't your typical snooze fest. The Dodgers just clinched a World Series title, right? You'd think they'd be kicking back, letting the champagne dry while other teams scramble for scraps in free agency. But nah, these guys are coming out guns blazing, and it's got everyone from casual fans to hardcore analysts scratching their heads. We've got major decisions on Max Scherzer's $10 million club option, Alex Veja's emotional return, and a sneaky addition to the 40-man roster that's got scouts buzzing. Why the outrage? Because this isn't just roster tinkering. It's a bold statement in a league where most teams play it safe. Fans are furious. Some say the Dodgers are getting too old, too reliant on veterans who might crumble under the pressure. Media outlets are calling it reckless, rivals are panicking about competitive imbalance, and insiders are speculating it's all part of a master plan to lock in another ring. But here's the crazy part. What if this is the Dodgers playing 4D chess while everyone else is stuck in checkers? What if these moves aren't just about this season, but about cementing a legacy that rivals the Yankees dynasty? Let's unpack it all because the tension is building, and I promise you by the end you'll be as hyped or terrified as I am. First off, we gotta talk background because without context this all feels like random chaos. Let's start with Max Scherzer. Maxie, the ace who's been the Dodgers' iron fist since that blockbuster trade in 2021. At 35 years old, Scherzer's a veteran warrior who's battled through injuries, surgeries, and the grind of elite pitching. He's not just a thrower, he's a cerebral assassin with a fastball that tops 95 miles per hour and a slider that makes hitters look foolish. Last season alone, he proved he's still got it, delivering clutch performances that kept the Dodgers afloat. Then there's Alex Veja, the fiery lefty reliever who's the heartbeat of that bullpen. Veja's not your typical setup man, he's got that emotional edge, that bulldog mentality that rallies the troops. And don't sleep on Ryan Ward, the 27-year-old outfielder who's been a hidden gem in the minors, smashing 36 home runs with a .937 OPS in AAA. These aren't random picks. The Dodgers front office, led by the brilliant Andrew Friedman, is all about value, culture, and long-term dominance. They've got the farm system churning out stars like Bobby Miller, who flashed ace potential despite some bumps, and Gavin Stone, who's emerging as a reliable mid-rotation guy. Plus, Shohei Ohtani is the ultimate wild card, hitting, pitching, changing the game. This team isn't just talented, it's engineered for sustained excellence, with a history of smart acquisitions and player development that turns prospects into MVPs. But here's where it gets personal. These players aren't just stats, they're stories. Scherzer's comeback from arm woes, Veja's family struggles during the World Series, it's human drama wrapped in baseball brilliance. And Ward? He's the underdog waiting to explode. You see why fans are obsessed. This roster's got depth, heart, and that intangible magic that wins championships. Now here's where it gets conspiratorial, my friends. Buckle up because I'm about to drop some theories that might make your head spin. Why pick up Scherzer's $10 million option when whispers of moving on were everywhere? Because the Dodgers aren't dumb. They know the free agent market's inflated, with teams overpaying for name value that fizzles out. Scherzer's giving them elite production for half the going rate, but dig deeper. Is this about protecting against a potential Ohtani trade? Or locking in continuity while they scheme bigger like a blockbuster for a young arm? And Veja? They could have let him hit arbitration for $4 to $6 million, but they saved money and kept the clubhouse fire. Brilliant, right? But wait, Ward's add to the 40-man roster? Suspicious timing. Protecting him from the Rule 5 draft while maybe prepping a trade or experimenting with him as a DH. People are saying this is Friedman manipulating the narrative, building a roster that's untouchable. Is it genius or a gamble that'll backfire? What if these moves are part of a larger plot to starve rivals of talent, hoarding prospects and vets to create a super team? Rhetorical question time. How many teams can afford to be this patient and aggressive? The patterns scream strategy, loyalty to winners, calculated risks, and a front office that's always 3 steps ahead. Conspiracy alert. Is Friedman leaking just enough to distract from even bigger plans? Or is this all smoke and mirrors to mask vulnerabilities? You decide, but the intrigue is real and it's got the league on edge. Let's compare this to past Dodgers moves, shall we? Because history doesn't lie, and it shows a pattern of brilliance. Remember when they traded for Ohtani in 2023, flipping prospects like a boss and instantly elevating their ceiling? That was bold, but this feels like an extension, prioritizing proven winners over shiny new toys like some teams chase. Contrast with the Angels, who keep chasing win now stars that flop. Looking at you, Anthony Rendon, who bombed after that mega deal. Or the Mets, blowing cash on overpaid vets who underperform. The Dodgers? They're like the Patriots of baseball, ruthless, efficient, always one step ahead. Ward's path mirrors Teoscar Hernandez. Defense be damned if the bat sings, and they've already re-signed him for that very reason. Scherzer's retention? Echoes keeping Clayton Kershaw around. Loyalty pays dividends in the postseason. But here's the intrigue. If they get too sentimental like the Phillies did with aging stars in their rebuild, they could fade. Are the Dodgers repeating history or rewriting it? Think about the Yankees' Core 4 era. They aged out, but the Dodgers have youth injections. Or the Astros cheating scandal. The Dodgers are clean but cunning. These moves aren't isolated. They're echoes of a philosophy that values sustainability over flash. What do you think? Smart evolution or risky nostalgia? Scouting time. Let's geek out on the stats because numbers don't lie but they tell a story. Scherzer, 3.6 WAR last year in limited action, elite stuff, 95 miles per hour fastball, wipeout slider with 40% whiff rate, but durability's the question. Projections? 200 innings if healthy, worth $25 million in value based on market rates. Weaknesses? Age and arm strain. Could he bounce back like in 2019 or is this his last hurrah? Vija, 59.2 innings, 3.02 ERA, 33.8% K rate, lefty killer with a splitter that drops off the table. Strengths: fire, command, high leverage experience. Projections: 60+ innings of lockdown relief, potentially elite if he stays consistent. Ward, .937 OPS in AAA, 36 hours, 27-year-old with plate discipline, 11% walk rate, and power to all fields. Weaknesses: defense, rough metrics, -10 DRS in minors, but scouts rave about his bat speed. Could he hit .280/.350/.500 in MLB? Absolutely if given a shot. Think a young Jock Peterson with more pop. Ohtani's impact? Game changer, ace on the mound, potential 2.50 ERA, DH bat, .304/.406/.654 last year. This roster's WAR total? Off the charts, projecting 50+ wins above replacement. But if injuries hit Scherzer or Vija, it's a house of cards. Advanced metrics? Scherzer's FIP, 3.45, shows he's still efficient. Ward's xWOBA, .370, screams Major League ready. The scouting consensus? These are upgrades but the Dodgers need to manage workloads. What if Ward flops defensively? That's the gamble but their track record says they win these bets. Oh man, the fallout is epic and it's spreading like wildfire. Rival fans? Livid? Padres Twitter is melting down, calling it unfair. How do we compete with that? Yankees execs are jealous. Imagine if they had this flexibility without bloated contracts. Media's in shock. ESPN's got headlines like, Dodgers doubling down on vets. Genius or insanity? But insiders love it. Friedman's chess moves are legendary. Executives from other teams? Panicking. How do we starve them of talent? Ward's ad has trade rumors swirling. Could he be bait for a pitcher like Corbin Burns? Fans are split. Hype for continuity, fear of decline. But the consensus? The Dodgers are untouchable and that's got the league scrambling. What do you think? Overkill or genius? Drop your thoughts below because the outrage is real. Even neutral observers are saying this tilts the balance. Small market teams like the Pirates are screwed. Is this the start of a new arms race? The drama's everywhere, from Reddit threads to GM hotlines. Zoom out. This means a loaded Dodgers squad for 2025, potentially chasing 3 straight titles, a feat not seen since the Yankees' 90s run. Free agency? They're poised to snag aces like Blake Snell or bats like Juan Soto with cap space galore. Competitive balance? The league's skewed, small market teams are outgunned, And the Astros' sign-stealing hangover shows how far some will go to catch up. Season outlook? Ohtani on the hill changes everything. Flexibility in playoffs, maybe shifting Scherzer to bullpen for October. Long-term? Sustainable dynasty, but if vets break down, it's a rebuild waiting. Conspiracy alert. Is this about Ohtani's extension locking in support? Or a signal to stars, come to LA? Either way, it's reshaping MLB. What if they trade Ward for a young stud? The possibilities are endless and terrifying for rivals. This offseason could define an era, dynasty or downfall. So there you have it, Dodgers faithful. The offseason firestorm that's either building a legacy or lighting a fuse. Are they geniuses or gamblers? Will this lead to glory or a shocking collapse? The stakes are sky high, the intrigue endless. What do you think? Time to panic or party? Drop your hot takes in the comments, subscribe for more breakdowns and smash that bell. This is just the beginning. Stay tuned because the Dodgers are about to make the league tremble. Rocket Blue Heart.